Hi guys, welcome back to Sunderland RTG. This is episode number 50. Obviously we're into January now. Last episode we had a shocker really. We have a quick look at the calendar. Obviously started off with a sim game against Brighton, which we won 3-1, and that's pretty much where everything went downhill. We lost against Wolves 3-1, and then we got beat by Arsenal 2-0, and then lost even in the FA Cup. We lost 3-0 against Bristol City. Obviously it was close up into the end, and then we conceded a couple of late goals. So that means obviously an early exit out of the FA Cup, and that does mean that we won't do that objective of going to the round of 32, which is very disappointing. Obviously a fresh episode, 50th episode. Let's try and get back on track. So today we've got West Ham, Norwich, Brighton and Burnley. I think I'm going to simulate the Norwich game. Obviously, even though it's away, I think Norwich are the worst team that we're going to play this month. So we're going to sim that one in hope, obviously, we come out with a good result. So we're going to start against West Ham. West Ham are actually in 16th place. They did beat us, I think it was 2-0 last time, and pretty much dominated us. We've got some emails to have a look at. So Denver Hume he's moved, so he's gone to Getafe. So we get 8 million for him. Obviously 6.5 goes into our budget. We've had an offer for Sonny Layton as well. So his current value is 5.5. So they came in with 6, and then we ended up moving him up to 7.5, I think. So obviously Sonny Layton's been with us since pretty much the beginning. Obviously we brought him in early on, and he was our starter, but obviously he's lost his starting job to Pickford, and we do have a couple of decent prospects in the youth goalkeepers that obviously they are quite overpowered, and Sonny Layton has slowed down in his progress. So I think 7.5 million, it'll be a good deal, depending on obviously if he decides that he wants to leave. And we have finished the shirts, the brand exposure for the shirts, so that's another one done for the youth development. I'm not sure if we're going to get this done, to be fair. There's not been a lot coming into the youth academy, and clearly we're not really picking up players. Like I say, reached 32, we are going to fail. Mid-table finish, currently 13th, so I think that does classify as a mid-table. I think is it between like 7th and 14th or something like that, probably mid-table. You'll have to let me know in the comments if that's what it is. But yeah, so looking pretty decent with our objectives, I would say. What else was there? So transfer budget wise, obviously we only have 10 million left, because I think obviously after our shocker last time out, I was starting to think just Fernandez is not good enough and we're just going to go and get a new centre back. But obviously with 10 million, we're really not going to be able to bring anybody in January. So I think what we're going to do is Crespo Rincon, he's been fantastic, so he's definitely going to be our starter. We've given Fernandez the captaincy. I have decided Max Power's not good enough in that defensive midfield role. I think obviously Yearwood's going to be, he's got more stamina, he's quicker. I just think we need to really build around Yearwood now. Try and get Drew Yearwood in there, and Max Power will be like a backup to Lewis Ferguson, because I just don't think he's quick enough in that defensive midfield role. And Lewis Ferguson's been pretty good since he's come in. So we've given Fernandez the captaincy. Like I say, we're going to hope that that's going to build him up really. Obviously with giving him the captaincy, giving Yearwood that defensive role, hopefully he'll be a good like a Scowen basically last year. Scowen was fantastic at breaking up play, helping the centre backs out. So that's what we're looking for really, is Yearwood to be that that guardian really in front of the centre backs and help the centre backs out. Everywhere else, I think it's as you were really. I think Brahim is actually Tris Peters has actually moved to 82 rated now, but I do think obviously Brahim, we've only just brought him in. We've got to keep giving him chances. But yeah, Peters is definitely right there with him. I think if I've actually looked at the stats, and I think he's pretty much even better than him in some areas, Peters. So they'll definitely be swapping and changing quite a lot. But let's get into this game against West Ham then. And obviously, I hope we can do a lot better than the 2-0 defeat from last time. Right, so like I say, this is a big game. Obviously, coming to the London Stadium, we need to get revenge against West Ham, and the fact that West Ham are obviously well behind us in the league, we do need to keep that separation up. So obviously we stay more in the mid-table and hopefully actually push that little bit further. See if we can actually get into the bottom of the top of the table. So I think this is how it went last time. West Ham was a really good passing team, and we kind of got pulled out of position. I think obviously we need to learn from that this time. Now our players need to. Obviously we're away from home. We don't need to be going gung ho and really pushing men forward and trying to win it in the first minute. That's well worked already. They're getting men forward here. Oh, that's well blocked by Crespo Rincon, but then it still managed to find its way through. Lewis Ferguson actually getting back and taking it out, and that's a good ball. Lewis Ferguson again with a fine header. Brahim, he'll hold it up, gets it to Wagnerman. Wagnerman right out on this far side. It's a good ball. De La Vega, done well. Fantastic play by De La Vega there. The ball unfortunately was not quite as good. De La Vega again getting stuck in, and it's unfortunate it's just run out of play. That's ball. So Mason Greenwood, obviously a player that we did look at one point. Oh, and it's somehow found its way through, and it's a great finish. And that's not the start we needed. I think we should have done better at the back post there. So it's fizzed in. I think it's Wagnerman that's just bounced off. It's a lovely little roll back there. It's gone straight to Weg here. Drills it hard, and Pickford no chance at his near post. We are behind earlier on. It's definitely not what we needed. Obviously against a ball playing West Ham, this is obviously what happened in the first game really, you would say. They took the lead and then basically just kept hold of the ball for the remainder of the game. Fernandez just had the ball played to him there. De La Vega, bring it forward. It's a nice ball into Archie Jackson. Jackson looking for the runner. Finds it. It's Josh Madger. Strikes it across goal, and what a finish. That is the counter-attack of dreams there. And Madger, while he's not obviously having the fantastic goal score, like goal a game kind of thing that he was in the Championship, obviously the Premier League is a big step up. But he's definitely still got confidence, and look at that for a finish. Struck it. What? No chance for the goalkeeper. Moyes not happy. But that's his 8th for the Premier League season, so that's pretty good going. Obviously, if we can get him up towards the 20 goal mark, that would be a fantastic first season in the Premier League for Madger. He's shielding it well, getting away from Archie Jackson, but Jackson continued on there. I think we are looking a bit more competitive with the getting stuck in some of these players. Mason Greenwood, it's a nice little play and it's good finish. Straight after getting the equaliser. And they are a good ball playing team here. Mason Green plays it in. The defenders can't get that out quick enough. And Crespo Rincon, who couldn't get there, and it's a fine finish. Pickford can't get a fingertip to it. And that's his first goal. So West Ham, couple of first time scorers in the Premier League. Giving them back the lead here, 2-1. De La Vega. Oh, Archie Jackson's done well. Archie Jackson still going here. Archie Jackson. Oh, and the last man's just managed to get the ball away from him there. It's a fantastic run. It's going to be Jackson who's going to whip this one in. Lewis Ferguson, I think, is the man that they were looking for. Comes out to Brahim. Brahim trying to work onto his left foot. It's done well. Randolph stung his palms, but was a little bit too close to him there. Brahim, it's a nice turn. Yeah, it's straight down the keeper's throat, really. If it had been more into the corner, might have been in business. Jackson again. Fizz this one in. Again, Ferguson can't quite get there. Brahim. Into De La Vega. De La Vega trying to turn, but turned into Jiang, really. And West Ham have brought it away. Well cut out there by Fernandez. Lewis Ferguson. Inviting Yearwood forward here. Back to Lewis Ferguson. Trying to turn, but bumped off the ball. And West Ham are in behind here. Mason Greenwood. Fantastic two-footed player, Greenwood. He went out onto his right foot. Obviously, his left foot is his strongest, but definitely got a decent shot with the right foot as well. Pickford's come out, punched it away. Try and get to it with Wagnerman. Looks like it's just going to run out of time here. It's a good ball. If he stays in, it's just gone out. And there is the half-time whistle, so definitely been in this game, but we are behind, 2-1. Good ball, Jiang cuts inside, got a runner, decides to go himself in the keeper. It is offside, but called for the keeper to come, but Pickford took an age to start coming. And in the end, we're lucky that he's offside. Fernandez into Yearwood. Nice ball into Madja. Madja taking his time, but then ended up with not the best pass. So we've seen a lot of this season, where things have just gone against us, you'd say. Ferguson's done well though. It's into Archie Jackson. Jackson tried to finesse it into the corner, and the defenders managed to get back. That was a good chance for Archie Jackson there. Disappointing. It's an easy cut out, and Peters has done well. Gets it to Archie Jackson this time. Jackson gets the pass off into Madja, into Ferguson. Lewis Ferguson gets it out to De La Vega. It's a good challenge there by Bastos. He's done well. De La Vega, if he'd just managed to hurdle that, it would have been in. But here's Rico Henry bombing forward. Rico Henry, it's a good ball. Archie Jackson can't get there, and we can't cut out the ball. Now Rico's obviously stuck upfield. Jared Bowen coming forward. Fernandez has been pulled out. Bowled out here to Lewis Ferguson. Let's try and get these players off. Players are shattered at the minute. Tris Peters in behind. Peters again. Oh, and Peters, you've got to play that ball better. Passing 101 there. Get it by the first man. West Ham are just trying to run down the clock more than anything. But they are giving the ball away a lot, but unfortunately we're not taking advantage when we are getting the ball. Rincon cuts it out. Can we have one last counter here? We need them to push forward quickly. Archie Jackson. Play that into Madger. We need a runner now. Archie Jackson. Again, gone the wrong way. It's a 2-1 defeat, and that is disappointing. We had chances there. West Ham, in the end, have done just enough. But I think we've got to be disappointed. Didn't get our subs on in the end. Perhaps should have brought him on a bit earlier. Obviously, he didn't play that well. So we got more possession in the second half, but West Ham did enough to take the 3 points, really. Right, so, and we're back. Sonny Layton has been sold, so obviously he did agree to go to Werder Bremen. So we got 7.5, so we will get 5.5 towards the transfer budget. So it's midfielders next. Obviously we're looking defending scenarios and passing for Drew Yearwood. We need to improve both of them. So his tackling's not too bad, but obviously his passing 67 and 71 is not good enough. So hopefully he can keep progressing straight away. Obviously his short passing's gone up to 71 there. So obviously if we keep him in there and keep pushing him up as quickly as we can to try and get him good enough to actually really take hold of that defensive midfield role. So like I say, Simonson has always been one of those players that we're not too worried about. Obviously I did give out new contracts, and as you can see his release clause is now 71 million. It's saying that we could get up to 46.4, so I think because he hasn't come demanding a transfer at the minute, I will negotiate, but we will go out, try and go high and look for 50 million. Obviously potentially we could come down a little bit, but I don't want to sell him for nothing really. So proposed new fee, I think obviously Leicester, they're going to have money, but I think they'll probably just walk away from it. Obviously it's a big jump, and they're saying that's their final offer. So if I counter, I had a sell-on clause of 20% and still want 45. I think they just will run away from that. They have. So that's fine. Obviously, like I say, Simonson, I'm not too worried about that. But so Paris Saint-Germain have come in for Tris Peters here. We've offered 43, saying that we could go up to 81. Tris Peters is not somebody we want to think about selling. Obviously we're in the Premier League, so Paris Saint-Germain, would he want to go? Maybe, but he's 18 years old. He's getting game time in the Premier League. It wouldn't be anywhere near the first team you would think for Paris Saint-Germain. So I think we're just going to reject it. Say that obviously we're in the Premier League. I think it's realistic that a youngster, he wouldn't desperately say that he'd definitely have to go. So we're at this Norwich game. So we have a quick look at the league. So Norwich currently in 19th place, struggling down at the bottom. Obviously a win would actually get them right up close to Leicester. So Norwich definitely need a win, but obviously we could do with a win as well to try and catch back up to the teams of others. Right, so let's get into this and see how the team go on here. So Norwich have lost 2 of their last 3. Oh, and it's a big win, 4-0. So fantastic game Jackson picks up 2. Brahim and Peters both score in the same game. So Peters came on later on and gets a goal himself as well. So a 4-0 is definitely, obviously, the right decision with the sim then. Right, so and we're back. So it's the Brighton game. So we're at home. Yeah, so in between games as well, we have actually had a loan offer for Jordan Willis from Sevilla, which I have accepted. Obviously, it would probably only be a loan for 6 months, I would think, because, like I say, we're gonna try and continue on with this Fernandez Rincon partnership, and then we're gonna possibly look to sell Bailey Wright, like I say, in the summer. So Willis, it might be a good time to send him out on loan. Obviously, give him some game time. He's not fantastically happy about the fact he's not obviously starting anymore. So maybe a bit of a loan will help us out for till the end of the season. Alexi McAllister. Oh, it's a good play, and he's somehow managed to work it in, and he's all on his own. Terrible start. Yet again, it's just nicely played around, and defenders yet again just letting players run off him. And he's 6 yards out, completely on his own in front of goal. Pickford, hands on his head. We are 1-0 down straight away. 9 minutes in. So I have made a couple of changes to the team. So obviously we had a short turnaround from that sim game against Norwich. So Brahim wasn't fully fit and neither was Madja. So it's given us a chance to give Danny Loader a start and also give Tris Peters. So those two have come in. But not the best start. Well done there by Rico Henry. Archie Jackson plays it through to Yearwood. Yearwood, terrible ball, but gets a second chance at it. Jackson getting fouled, but the referee played on, but does pull it back in the end. So Archie Jackson, I think we have a pop here with Archie Jackson. Had a strike at goal. It's easy for Matt Ryan, really. Just had to step over. A bit too far out. Good strike though. It was on target. That's well done there. Crispo Rincon into Archie Jackson. Yearwood. Nicely played to Lewis Ferguson. Back to Archie Jackson here. Jackson strikes his right foot there. And Matty Ryan, had to do the necessary thing there to tip it over. McAllister running things in the centre and mid at the minute. Oh, it's a lovely run. Isqueiro. It's hit the outside of the post. Wonderfully worked play there by Brighton. Wagnerman's been turned off the ball. It's played through. Smashed in. Second goal, and again it's come from our poor mistake at the back. Played out to Wagnerman. Wagnerman in all kinds of trouble. Pickford tried to atone for his error. Comes flying out, but no, he managed to smash it at him. That's his 5th goal. Obviously 2 goals today for him. And that's before half time here. We're struggling again. Wagnerman, make a run. Got the ball in. Wagnerman into Archie Jackson. Jackson again fouled, but the referee plays on. Make nothing from it. Oh, that's nicely done there by Fernandez. Nicely played there by Honeyman. Into Lewis Ferguson. Ferguson having the run from Danny Loader. Danny Loader's terrible first touch. Normally you can rely on Danny Loader, but that was awful. Oh, Rodriguez cuts inside. Untouched. Surely offside, ref. The referee said no. Would have counted. Rico Henry tried to come inside. Gets it the second attempt. Honeyman. Out to Lewis Ferguson now. Lewis Ferguson gets the ball out to Peters here. Peters. Tris Peters goes himself. Lewis Ferguson. Nice ball. Honeyman's just given away too easily now. Brighton on a counter. Played through. Adone should have had a hat-trick. What a chance. Should have buried that one. Lewis Ferguson gets the ball off just to Drew Yearwood. Fernandez into Drew Yearwood now. Yearwood cuts inside. Drills it towards Danny Loader. Danny Loader trying to work it. It surely was a free kick, ref. We do finally get it, but 89th minute. This surely would only be a consolation. Have a crack though either way. Tris Peters hits a good one on Ryan. It's a good save again. And that's now with the seconds running out here. Surely our last chance to have even got a consolation here. Rico, but it is going to be disappointing 2-0 defeat at home. Home fans letting us know they're not happy with that effort. It's definitely a poor performance. And again, possession-wise, absolutely shocking. Just 39% possession at home against Brighton. Don't know what's going wrong, but there's definitely something going wrong at the moment. Right, so last game of the episode, it's going to be away against Burnley at Turf Moor. So yeah, we definitely need a better performance out there today. And Archie Jackson picked the ball off early straight away there, but unfortunately we weren't able to make them pay. Jordan Willis has in between gone out. He is going to be out on loan now at Sevilla. I think obviously with the Premier League it is quite spaced out, so we've not had to use our reserve team all that much. Oh, that could have been through. Brahim. Ball was played through nicely, but unfortunately couldn't quite run onto it. Rico Henry bombing forward now. Archie Jackson whipping it out to De La Vega. Out to Rico Henry here. Rico Henry looking for somebody open. It is Archie Jackson. Can't get the shot off quick enough. And you'd say we probably had more attacking intent in the first 10 minutes than we have in the previous 2 games. So that bodes well, but obviously we haven't managed to get the early goal. And that's a poor finish. Sean Dyche not happy. I think he must be wondering as well why his team's come out struggling really against a team that have obviously been horrible recently, and Pickford actually tipped that onto the post, I think. It's a great save. Again, it was poorly given away. Rico surely getting fouled there, and the referee has finally called it back. Rico was waiting for the players to make a good run ahead of him. Jackson, he'll play this to Rincon, back to Archie Jackson here. Jackson's taken off out there. It has given us a good challenge. Rico Henry comes and cuts that one out well. It's Crespo Rincon. Plays it to Drew Yearwood, but getting bustled here and giving the ball away far too often at the back. And here's a good chance, and we have given away a goal again. Simeone, and that has all just come from not being able to keep the ball. So we've bustled off it, and Burnley have made us pay. I think this has just been the story of this second half of the season, really. We just seem to be getting punished every single time we make a mistake. Bombing forward again, Burnley here. They're in behind Brownhill. Fully my mistake there. Fernandez. I thought the keeper was going to come out. So I'd called for the keeper, and it's ended up with Fernandez's feet, and he's just bulked it. Will Hughes gifted a goal there from 5 yards out, an open net, and we're 2-0 down. Facing another episode without a single point in our played games. Good chance. Oh, and Brahim's done well. Brahim's done fantastically well there. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson can't get his shot off. And then Daniel Oders smuggled away by Nick Pope. What a chance. It would have been the perfect start to the second half for us. Unfortunately, it's not gone right. Brahim tried to jink away there to give himself a half a yard. But it's a shocking finish in the end. So it is becoming very frustrating. It's just the same problems, same issues every game. Oh, and how's that gone through? It's just too easy. The defending is just not right. Obviously, we've decided we're just going to continue on with this back line. But they just... Again, there's a man just... Malin is just on his own in between the defendants. Neither centre-back's gone with him. And he ends up just with a tap-in, really. 12th goal of the season for him. It's going to be a defeat. 3-0. And it's another poor one from us. Oh, and that's silly. O'Nien's gone flying in to Malin from behind. Unfortunate just to be a yellow card there. Just the frustration coming out in the team there. And he's crunched into him. I think that probably is a red from behind. Took the man out. Yearwood, it's nicely played. Archie Jackson cuts inside, can't get the shot off. Sums everything up in this game. Lewis Ferguson plays it to Peters, back to Lewis Ferguson. Nick Pope makes the save. Literally seconds left of this game. Got Fernandez who's gone up top here. Fernandez gets his first goal for the club. It is just a consolation, obviously coming in injury time, but obviously our captain, hopefully that really punches him into action, really. But it's a good header, so just glances it in. It's by Nick Pope, and we have finally scored a goal. First goal of the season for him, first goal for the club. Now literally with seconds to go here, and somehow got in behind. Everybody. Jackson takes the ball, but time runs out. It's another 3-1 defeat. A lot of these games do just seem to take the same shape. If we don't get the first goal, we just seem to be no hope. They just seem to just then control the ball and just keep picking us off at the back. As soon as we start trying to counter, pull players out of position, and then it's all she wrote. So 3-1 defeat. Right, so it's another shocking episode really, where we've just not got anything going. So we are now down to 14th. There is a bit of a gap to Everton and West Ham below us, but it's starting to shrink. Obviously, another episode where we've just not picked up any points in the played games. So next time out, we've just got the 2 games. We've got Everton and Sheffield United. I think they are both. Yeah, Everton are 15th, and I'm sure Sheffield United are bottom. So I think we obviously, or Sheffield United are 19th. So 2 winnable games, but with our present form, I'm not confident. But I think we need the 6 points. We need to win both of those games, you would say, to really give us a chance of actually just getting some confidence going, really. So we've got another loan. Oh, this is for Bailey, right? We definitely don't want to be accepting this. Obviously, we've just sent out 2 centre-backs, so we are just going to reject that straight away. Obviously, even though there's not a massive amount of games and rotation isn't very necessary, we don't want to be sending out another centre-back. We need to keep at least one decent centre-back to back up our 2, just in case of injuries more than anything else. So yeah, as we get to the last hour, that is going to be your lot. So Icardi's gone 53 million from Paris Saint-Germain to Barcelona. Talisca is 50 million nearly, just, and he's gone to Atletico Madrid. But yeah, so not an awful lot of transfers, you would say. Well, yeah, so that's going to be the end of the episode, boys. Like I say, we're struggling at the minute. I think next episode is going to be a huge one. Obviously, playing against Everton and Sheffield United, we need points. Obviously, we need to pick up results. It's been a poor couple of months with not picking anything up really. So, but yeah, we'll come back next time and see if we can do better. Right, cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye.